I'm a big state park lover. My wife and I are big campers with our kids, and we camped in virtually all the state parks in Virginia, or hiked in them, or taken our canoe out, or gone fishing, and we love it. They are places, as Joe said, of rest for the soul, for the mind, for the heart, for the body. And they really were created as an opportunity for people, especially folks who couldn't afford fancy vacations. In those early campaigns in the 20s and in Virginia and in other states, parks were always pitched to the public as a place that could be a wonderful place for people of limited means to enjoy themselves. And of course, they become places for everyone. So I want to thank you for coming out today. I've had a chance to work with YCC groups before. I worked with a YCC group down at Hungry Mother State Park for a while when I was lieutenant governor, and really enjoyed that a lot. I'm so happy to see the YSC folks here as well. The Governor's Fellows, I think you'll enjoy them. This is a program, so if many of you are in high school, the Governor's Fellows program is for college graduates who want to come and do work in the governor's office for the summer before they either go on to graduate school or other kinds of work, or some will stay in state government. And we've got some spectacular leaders all throughout state government now that started their career as Governor's Fellows. So it's good to be with you, for a while today. Joe said he was praying for sun last night. I was thinking, if it rains, I might be able to just come shake hands and not do any work. But it's actually sunny, so I think we're going to have to do some work. It is very, very important to serve others. So I'll just tell you one story and finish, and then we'll do some work. I learned about service from a lot of people in my life, my parents, my wife's parents, but the guy who was my biggest mentor was a Jesuit brother in Honduras that I worked with when I lived in Honduras. I took a year off to work with missionaries in the middle of law school. And this guy, Jim O'Leary, was the missionary that I worked with. He was a brother. He was not a priest, because he didn't want to do all the mass saying. He just wanted to help people out. So he was a Jesuit brother, and he'd been there for about 20 years when I worked with him, and he was there for another 20 years before he died, and he's buried in Honduras. Jim was a wonderful guy and taught me an awful lot about building houses, building medical clinics, building schools, being one with people. And he really became my great mentor, and he and some of the other Jesuits that I worked with there really taught me about the value of service. And I had a lot of experiences there, but I'll just say that I learned from these folks that basically if you're serving others, you're going to be happy. Your health may be good or bad, your pocket may be full or not, but if you're serving others, you're going to be happy. And since that time in Honduras, where I was working with the poorest of the poor, I've now had a chance to work and come to know some of the richest of the rich, and I've learned the reverse is true too. People who aren't giving and serving, no matter how much they have or how qualified or talented they are, they're not happy. So the key to happiness in life is pretty simple, I think. Just try to use the modest talents that we all have and use them for the benefit of others. And if you do that, you're going to find fulfillment every day of your life. Thanks, and let's do some work. Appreciate it.